everybody, welcome back to the Garrett 426 channel. You saw the title of the video. We're going to go ahead and weld with 99 9-volt batteries. Or at least try to. Hopefully we will. I don't know. But I want to go ahead and pull out a whiteboard because, yeah, we got a fucking whiteboard today. Just so I could go ahead and quick explain how I'm going to do this. I'll try not to make it boring. I honestly really kind of know what I'm talking about. Not exactly. But yeah, let's just run face first into this. Why not? Hey, what's up, man? You know, it'd be really freaking cool is if you would subscribe to this here YouTube channel. Yeah, just go ahead and subscribe to it, cause that'd be pretty freaking cool, you know? Really appreciate that if you would just do that for me. And go check out my last video where I fixed the front of my truck. I know it's a boring freaking video, but the link will be up above. So, trying to weld with 99 9-volt batteries. The first problem was trying to figure out what rod to use. So, I found these guys. I learned how to weld stick long time ago, like when I was 10 years old from my grandfather. And I went to school to learn how to weld. I mostly do a lot of MIG because I'm lazy and I need to really practice up on my TIG. But these are probably the smallest rod I have ever seen. These are 6013 1/16. And the power requirement for these, and this took me forever to find, is something like 20 to 50 amps. So that's what we're trying to weld. And I want to use 99 9-volt batteries because it's kind of catchy. Sounds cool. Probably going to need more, but we're going to try using 99 9-volt batteries. I did once upon a time, way back in the past, me and a buddy of mine, we were working for a place and they were throwing out all their old 9-volt batteries because they were all expired. And we had nothing better to do, so we did everything that you're not supposed to do with batteries, like try catching them on fire, taking the two 9-volts and plugging them together, which, by the way, doesn't do anything. At least it didn't for us. And at that time I was in welding school and I was like, hey, I want to try to see if I could weld with these. So I wired them all up and whatnot, and there was actually some success. And now it's been a few years later. I have a little bit of money to blow, stimulus. So I want to go ahead and try doing this again with 99 of them. I actually bought 100, but I got a smoke detector that needs battery. It's getting that one so that I only have 99 to work with. So here's the math that goes with it. Forgot to mention this right here, voltage wise, it's something like 21 to like 25 volts that I know of. I don't know exactly. Check out how awful my handwriting is. 9-volt batteries have an average of 9.66 volts. At least that's what all of my 9-volt batteries had. Checked like 3 of them and that was the average. One of them scored just a little bit higher at 9.67, so 9.66. Looking it up on the internet, you could always trust the internet, they have 500 mAh, or milliamp hours. So that equates to 0.5 amp hours. We need 20 to 50 amps, which I'm going to tell you right now, I've already done all this math, we're not going to get it, but hopefully with the spike in voltage, we will. How am I going to make this work? Two things. I need to wire up a whole bunch of crap in series, and I need to wire a whole bunch of crap up in parallel. So the way I'm doing it is going to put 9 for 9 volts. It's going to be 3 9-volts wired up in series. So, you know, this one's positive, is going to go to this one's negative, yeah, so on and so forth, etc. I'm doing this really poorly. Pretty much this just makes it one big old battery. Looking at the 9.66 volts, pulling up my phone because I'm an idiot. Being that it's in series, we tripled the voltage, putting it together in series. We did not increase the volume at all, and that gives us a total of 28.98 volts. So that is way over that, which is awesome. Oh, one thing I do want to state too, I understand that that seems really low. Most welders, it's just amperage. It's not really much voltage. There's like next to no voltage really going through a welder. It's just a crap ton of amps. Highest I've ever seen is like 28 volts, which is great because 28.98 volts for this set right here. But our capacity is still stuck at 0.5 amp hours. So we need to up our capacity. Well, I have 99 of these, which means I can make 33 sets in parallel. That would be going 3 sets in series like this, and then connecting them together like this. So our voltage stays the same, but now, if the internet's correct, we are at 1 amp hour. Wow, I wrote that really bad. So if we have 33 sets of this, go ahead and pull this up on the good old calculator. 33 times 0.5, so that will give us 16.5 amp hours. I really need to start being more consistent with my writing because I suck at this. We have gone over our goal of 21 to 25 volts. We didn't quite reach our goal of 20 to 50 amps, but with how small these rods are and with the fact that I'm experienced in this stuff, which helps a lot, I can see if somebody that doesn't really know what the hell they're doing or has never stick welded before at all, trying to hold an arc at this would be very difficult. Thankfully, we have a high amount of voltage, so it should jump the arc pretty good, but holding it's going to be a bitch. So we'll see what the hell happens. Like I said, thankfully I kind of know what I'm doing whenever it comes to welding. So I should be able to make this work. So that's the thought process behind all this. Now let's go ahead and put everything together, because it's going to be a lot more work than I'm willing to put in, but that's okay. Yay, I got a chair this time. My knee's killing me. So I got a whole bunch of wiring to do, if that's not obvious, because I want to make sure this is actually done kind of right. So I have all this stuff to make it happen. I have 100 of these 9-volt connectors. Need to go ahead and wire them all up in series to make this as simple as possible and to ensure that there's a good connection, because one bad connection could be the difference of this working or it not working. I got these guys doing this really quick and easy. It's those heat shrink solder things. Pretty sure everybody's seen them. You just use a heat gun. Gonna make 11 sets of these into one, where they'll be crimped into these guys, turn it into this. There'll be 3 sets of 11, making 33 total sets, series and parallel. And then those 3 sets of 11, 33 sets in total, will be connected to my actual legit welding leads from my actual welding machine. Just gonna take both of these ends off and strap them in with one of these heavy duty nuts for electrical stuff. I don't know what these are called. Hold on, maybe I'll look at the front. Yeah, slide bolts. So hook them up to the slide bolts with all this and hopefully it'll work. So I'm gonna go ahead and make up one set just so you guys know what I'm talking about. And then we're gonna go ahead and do an entire time lapse of making all of this happen. So yeah, clean everything up a little bit and get this guy heated up. Probably didn't describe it that well on the whiteboard, but you know, you have negative battery and positive to this one's negative to, you know, that one's positive to this one's negative, and then that one's positive. And then at the end, instead of it being 9 volt, 9 volt, 9 volt, it will be 28.98 volts here, and it will be at 0.5 amp hours. Cool. I honestly wish that I got one of my friends that actually knows this whole electrical engineering stuff so that he could tell me if this will work or not, or just make it seem as though I kind of know what I'm talking about, because I don't. Go ahead and make up this set and then time lapse. I'm gonna go ahead and get 3 batteries, plug it in, and we'll test the voltage, make sure it works, and then we're gonna make 33 of these and wire them all together in a time lapse. Cool. 28.78, close enough. So cool, we get 28.7 volts. Close enough to our estimate. One of these could be a little low. Who knows? So it works, that's what we're making. Do the time lapse. Okay, so I did a little bit of a time lapse, not much of one because obviously I didn't do all of it. Honestly, the sheer mass of this is kind of ridiculous, but Had to make 66 different connections here and like 66 wires into 3 and into welding leads, and yeah, this is honestly ridiculous. I have our piece of metal right here that I'm going to try to run a bead on. Kind of cleaned it, trying to give this thing the best shot possible. But this is freaking ridiculous. So yeah, we just need to go ahead and plug in 99 9-volt Energizer Max batteries into this jumbled mess of wiring that took me like 2 days to make, and see if it works. Wish me luck. Alright, everything's hooked up. This looks fucking sketchy. It's all hooked up to here. Now I'm just gonna fucking go for it. Yeah. I know you should be using proper PPE, but I'm not. So, at your own risk. Don't do this at home at all. I only have like probably one shot at this, so I'm just gonna go for it. If it arcs off, it arcs off, and I'm gonna try to keep it. I have no idea if this will work. Hopefully it does. So let's see what the hell happens. Go. This is getting really annoying. Ooh, it wants to really bad. This rod sucks. It's getting fucking hot as shit. Yeah, it's getting really fucking hot. It just doesn't want to fucking hold an arc. Cutting this rod in half.
Can I help?
Yeah, because it keeps shaking on me. Grr. I'm gonna try this one more freaking time and then I'm giving up. This is kind of frustrating. I was really hoping this would work.
I thought it for sure.
I thought it would too.
Like you went above and beyond to make sure it would.
Yeah. Fuck, that was the closest I ever got. Ow, fuck, ow. You can see it's getting red hot, but it's fuck. That's disappointing. So, that was a complete bust, wasn't it? I was kind of expecting more. I don't know if you were, probably not. I did learn a little bit though, so probably we'll try it again in the future, but maybe with those 6-volt lantern batteries. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed the video, please go ahead and, you know, give it a nice thumbs up, comment how much I don't know what I'm doing, and please, 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 please remember, subscribe. So I'll see you guys in the next one.